Some questions never fade, no matter how many years pass. They linger in the back of our minds unanswered until one day the truth demands to be heard. For Mia, the search for her biological father was never about disrupting lives. It was about understanding her own. But as she peeled back the layers of secrecy, she found herself standing at the crossroads of a past riddled with pain, silence, and denial. What she discovered was more than just a name. It was a truth buried deep within family history, a truth no one wanted to acknowledge. This is her story. Welcome back to Client Stories with DNA Angels. I'm Brenda with Team Puerto Rico, and today I have an emotional and intense story to share with you. This is a journey of resilience, discovery, and the shocking reality of hidden family secrets. For 62 years, Mia lived without knowing who her biological father was. Every time she asked her mother, she was met with the same dismissive response. It was a one night stand. I don't remember his name, but something about that answer never sat right with Mia. Deep down, she always felt there was more to the story. One day, while she was watching the Today Show, Mia saw DNA angels being mentioned for a case that we had solved. The moment she saw it, she knew this was her chance. If DNA angels could help others find the truth, maybe they could help her too. She reached out to us, hopeful but cautious. What if she uncovered something she wasn't ready to face? What if her biological father wanted nothing to do with her? But above all, she wanted answers. Answers that had been kept from her for far too long. From the moment we took on Mia's case, we knew this was going to be one of our most challenging searches yet. Her DNA was deeply rooted in a Mexican family tree filled with extensive endogamy, meaning generations of intermarriage had made the genetic connections incredibly complex. Her matches were coming from multiple branches, making it nearly impossible to pinpoint a clear paternal line. We built one of the largest DNA trees we had ever worked on. Branch after branch, connection after connection, we traced her ancestry back through countless generations. But despite the size of the tree, we weren't finding what we needed: immediate family. Her DNA matches were too distant, scattered across multiple lines, and providing no direct link to her father. After months of relentless searching, I had to break the heartbreaking news to Mia. I don't think we can solve your case. Her DNA simply wasn't leading us close enough. The closest relatives we could identify were still generations removed. She was devastated, but she refused to give up hope. I know you're going to find him, Brenda, she told me. I trust you. When science alone wasn't enough, I knew we had to think outside the box. I started analyzing Mia's tree in a different way, not through DNA, but through geography and historical records. Her mother had lived in California when Mia was conceived. Many of her DNA matches had ties to Texas and Mexico, but I wanted to find someone who had been in the right place at the right time. That's when I noticed something strange. Amongst Mia's distant matches, one particular surname kept appearing, but not in the way I expected. It wasn't her direct ancestors. Instead, it was a sister of her most recent common ancestor. This woman had children of her own, but the way their DNA connected to Mia suggested something unusual. Her children's DNA wasn't coming from their documented father. It was coming from someone else in the family. Suddenly, a theory began to form. What if Mia's biological father wasn't just a stranger passing through town? Excuse me. What if he was someone close? someone tied to the family in a way no one wanted to admit. Determined to explore this possibility, I began reaching out to potential relatives. I found a family on social media that matched what I was looking for and asked if they would be willing to take a DNA test to confirm our suspicions. To my surprise, they agreed. Then came the most shocking discovery of all. Mia's biological father was still alive at 92 years old. The reality of this hit hard. Mia was 62, meaning that when she was conceived, her father had been a married 30-year-old man with children. Her mother, just 14 years old. It was a devastating realization. What had once been dismissed as a one-night stand was now revealed to be something much darker. Mia had spent her entire life believing she was the result of a casual encounter between children, when in truth she had been conceived under circumstances that were far from consensual. With the truth now uncovered, Mia wanted nothing more still to connect with her father. But when she reached out to his family, the response was swift and brutal. They wanted nothing to do with her. They refused to acknowledge her existence. They denied everything, attacking her for daring to bring the truth to light. It was heartbreaking. After all these years, Mia finally knew who she was, but the people who should have welcomed her with open arms slammed the door in her face. I sent her a message, hoping to give her strength. I told her, "You have done nothing wrong. If they choose to turn a blind eye to the truth, that is their loss. You are entitled to your truth, even if they refuse to accept it. Remember, you are strong. You deserve to know where you come from. Hold your head up high." Now, Mia may not have gotten the fairy tale reunion she had hoped for, but she found something just as important, the truth. She no longer had to wonder. She no longer had to accept the lies she had been told. She knew who she was, and she wasn't alone. She had us. She had the people who supported her journey, who believed in her right to know her origins, and who stood by her when others turned away. To show your support for Mia, drop a red and black heart in the comments below. Let's remind her that she is not alone, that she is seen, and that her truth matters, and that she is important. And if you or someone you love is searching for answers, DNA Angels is here to help. Visit DNAngels.org to start your journey today. You all have a wonderful day.